Hello, Tom here with another video. Welcome to my hovel. This is where I keep my bikes, clearly. I just thought it would be a nice time to do a little update on the Royal Enfield and the BMW F800, which I've now had for about 2 weeks. So I think I'm in a better place to give a more learned owner's sort of overview of what it's like to ride and own. And we've got some nice weather today, which has been a long time coming. Here in the UK, we've had, seems like 6 months of constant rain and wind and storms and dreariness. So the sun's out today, and I have taken advantage of that, and I've been out on both bikes. And just wanted to give a little bit of an update on what's happened with the Royal Enfield and the F800 in the last couple of weeks. So Royal Enfield, not a massive amount. It's had its first MOT. Again, for people who aren't in the UK, don't know what an MOT is. It's an annual check of the sort of the components of like the suspension and the brakes and all that kind of thing, the lights, just to make sure it's in spec with regards to government regulations for like safety and things. So when you buy a brand new bike, it doesn't need one for 3 years. The Royal Enfield now is 3 years old. It's a 21 plate. So yeah, we're now in 2024 at the time of recording this video. So it's had its first MOT and service, and as you would imagine, for a fairly new bike, it passed with flying colours. The only advisory that was on the MOT was that the front tyre was basically very close to the legal limit of tread depth, and also that it had some cracking in between the treads on the tyre. So I got the front tyre replaced from the stock Pirelli that comes on the bike, and had an Avon Road Rider Mark II put on. A friend of mine advised that the Avon Road Rider Mark IIs are a really good tyre for this bike, so that's what I've gone for. In time I will get the rear one replaced as well. I know you're meant to get them changed at the same time and have the same tyre and with the same tyre treads. Can't really afford it at the moment, so the next job for the Royal Enfield is to get the rear tyre, which is the stock Pirelli, changed for an Avon Road Rider 2 just to match. I think it actually looks really good on the bike. It seems to me that it's a little bit thicker than the stock Pirelli. I could be making that up, and it could be an optical illusion, but it looks a bit thicker, and it actually gives a better, to me at least, it feels a bit more stable on the road with a slightly thicker tyre. I could be completely making that up. It might not be. It might be exactly the same width, but it looks and feels like it's just a bit more solid and chunky. So that's what's happening with the Royal Enfield. Still a great bike to ride. I don't think I'll ever sell it unless, 20 years down the line I need to like raise some cash or something. But for now, it's staying in the hovel, in Tom's hovel. The BMW F800, I've had a bit more time to get to grips with it, and I'm actually really enjoying it. It's a great bike. It's very, again, 2 weeks in, but so far it hasn't missed a beat. Starts on the button. It will ride well in all sorts of, riding conditions. The fairing on it takes a lot of the wind off you. It rides well in the rain, which we've had a lot of in the UK recently. I took it out today for a bit of a blast around the lanes, and that low down torquey engine is just perfect for, just clicking down the gear, going around the corner, clicking up and then powering away. It's hard to even get out of like fourth because it's just so torquey, and there's so much low down power. I really enjoy that. Again, the engine is like an acquired taste. It sounds, again, like a bus, but it's fine. It does the job, and it's great fun. One thing that I've tried to rectify on the bike is the mirrors. I mentioned in my last video that the mirrors, they're just too narrow. You can't see behind you. One of my mates, Head Race, commented on my last video that it could be down to the fact that it's got Renthal bars on it, which are like flat and are slightly wider than the stock bars. That's probably what the issue is with the F800, because they're so wide. my hands are actually blocking the mirrors, and I have looked at getting some extenders which basically just I don't know if you can see from here, but where the mirror attaches to the body of the bike, you basically put like a plastic block in between, and it just widens the reach of the mirror out a little bit. You can get different widths, and a lot of them seem to be 3D printed, and that doesn't really bother me, but I think it would look a bit weird with the mirrors on even longer stalks. That's just me. You probably won't even be able to tell when they're on the bike, but you can get them for like 20 quid. So I might get some of those, but in the meantime, I have ordered from Amazon some of those circular blind spot extender things that you get on cars. You know, when you pull in a caravan, sometimes you'll see them stuck on the actual glass of the mirror. It's just like a little round thing that actually gives you like a fisheye view of more of what's behind you. So I've ordered some of those on Amazon. When they arrive, I will probably update on what the mirrors are like to use. Maybe in this video before I edit it, they'll turn up, so I'll be able to add some thoughts into this. But yeah, so far so good. No real issues with either of them, touch wood. And yeah, I just wanted to give it a bit of an update really. While the weather's nice and I can get out here and do this without the rain smashing against the roof and the wind blowing the gate and the side panels and everything. So yeah, just a very brief update on both my bikes. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Just a little bit of bonus content. As luck would have it, these turned up just as I was editing the previous section of this video. So I'm going to go and put them onto the F800 and show you if these actually work and make any difference to the appalling mirrors. Okay, so I've added the little additional mirror to the main mirror, and it does have a sort of a swivel effect where you can actually move it around, and it does actually give a pretty good view of the rear. I mean, you can kind of see the difference between this one and this one. So we'll find out. You know, the proof will be in the pudding, as it were, when I actually start to ride the bike with these on. But I just wanted to show that, you know, these do actually give a pretty good view of behind you, and you can actually swivel it so you can change the angle of what you can actually see. So that's quite cool. But yeah, just a little bit of extra footage here of what I've done to the mirrors. Thank you.